Do you know or suspect that you have thyroid problems? You are not alone. 70% of women over 55 years old have thyroid problems, and most of them do nothing about it. And that's a mistake. Just a few simple steps can help restore thyroid function, prevent the appearance of nodules and goiter, and eliminate weight gain, constant fatigue, hair loss, and other issues related to diseases of this organ. Today you will learn both forgotten and the latest methods for maintaining thyroid health that really work. In today's episode, how to avoid the appearance of thyroid nodules. Why is it not always good to sleep well? What eating habit harms the thyroid gland? What do the Japanese do to restore and heal the thyroid? Which product helps the thyroid work? What are the 3 mistakes you make when restoring thyroid function? How do diseased teeth control your hormones? Our expert, an experienced endocrinologist, will explain how to restore thyroid health without hormones. Watch us until the end, and you'll find out which remedy for thyroid treatment might land you in a hospital bed. To begin with, I ask you to pay attention to your posture right now. Are you slouching or not? Poor posture, it turns out, affects thyroid health because constant head tilt blocks blood flow in the neck and disrupts lymphatic drainage. This is harmful not only to the thyroid, but also to your brain. What to do? Watch your posture and head position. Posture can be corrected at any age. Watch our video on spine health. All exercises from it work well. But poor posture is not the main danger for the thyroid. It's not the cause of nodules in older age. So what is it? Why do nodules appear in older age? Is this normal or not? Let's figure this out. And an experienced endocrinologist, an expert in thyroid treatment, Galina Alexandrovna Prostche, will help us. Currently, thyroid nodules are detected in more than 60% of adult patients. This is due to the widespread use of ultrasound diagnostics, which is often performed without specific complaints or indications. With age, the frequency of detecting nodules increases. Therefore, it is suggested to consider their formation partly as an age-related change. However, it is important to be confident in the nature of such nodules. Most of them are benign, with malignant ones accounting for no more than 3%. To receive individual recommendations for further monitoring, it is important to consult an endocrinologist. Thyroid nodules are quite common, especially in older people. Even doctors can't say exactly why this happens. Interestingly, Eastern practices call the thyroid gland the barometer of our emotional state. Eastern doctors associate the appearance of nodules with suppressed emotions. The more suppressed emotions, those you don't expose but hide inside, the higher the risk of nodules. The good news is that, in most cases, nodules, like pigmented spots that often appear on the skin after menopause, are absolutely harmless. But nodules can grow, cause discomfort, and affect thyroid function. And the thyroid gland, I remind you, is like the house manager. It manages your body. It regulates the heart, brain, skin function, metabolism, and your work capacity. How to stop the growth of nodules and restore thyroid function in older age without drugs or hormones? First, it is necessary to determine whether therapy is indicated or not. If hormone deficiency is significant, it is impossible to avoid prescribing them. If the deficiency is mild, an active observation strategy is chosen. The system will either recover on its own, or the deficiency will worsen, and medication will need to be prescribed. There are no other methods with evidence-based support. We understand the expert's position and respect their professional opinion. But there's one nuance. Even evidence-based medicine, despite its scientific approach, doesn't always reject the use of folk methods and some supplements that can positively influence health. In recent years, there's been growing interest in integrative medicine. This is medicine where traditional methods and alternative treatment approaches work together in harmony to achieve the best results. The channel Health and Longevity supports this approach. It allows for considering individual needs and offering comprehensive solutions. Therefore, in the next part of our video, you will definitely learn the best folk remedies for thyroid health. Now let's return to traditional medicine and ask our expert about the tincture of boloholov. Does it help with thyroid nodules and other thyroid problems? There are no high-quality studies proving the effectiveness of boloholov tincture. I strongly advise against self-treatment, including with herbs. Just because a medication is herbal does not mean it is completely safe. We agree with the expert. And although you asked us for the recipe for a boloholov tincture, we will not provide it. Boloholov is one of the most poisonous plants, and even a small dose can be extremely dangerous to health. After self-treatment with such tinctures, elderly people often end up in the hospital with poisoning. Don't risk your health for experiments. We are for safety, so we advise using proven thyroid treatment methods. And right now, proven folk remedies for thyroid health. The first recommendation is a tincture from white pontanilla. Did you know that white pontanilla is famous for its rich micronutrient content? These micronutrients, like magicians, help restore thyroid function. Take 1 tablespoon of white pontanilla root and pour it with 1 cup of boiling water. Let it steep for 30 minutes and drink this tincture in the morning and evening. Now let's move on to a true culinary masterpiece. This recipe makes a really delicious food supplement. Mix 1 cup of crushed walnuts, half a cup of chopped dried apricots, and 2 tablespoons of honey. Eat 1 teaspoon of the mixture on an empty stomach every morning. How will this help? Walnuts are real champions in iodine and antioxidants, which support thyroid function. Dried apricots add sweetness and vitamins. And honey is a natural antiseptic. It's the perfect combination. One of our channel's experts told us about this folk remedy. It's black cumin oil. It helps reduce inflammation and improve metabolism, which can be beneficial when dealing with thyroid problems. You can use black cumin oil or the cumin itself in the form of herbetch. Do you know what this is? Herbetch is a paste made from ground seeds or nuts. Its history dates back to the Caucasus, a region known for its long-living people. Herbetch made from black cumin is especially valuable due to its medicinal properties. Black cumin is known for its anti-inflammatory properties. It helps maintain hormonal balance and improves metabolism. By adding black cumin herbetch to your table, you'll provide your body with a powerful health boost. By the way, we learned that after 50, flaxseed herbetch is also very beneficial. It's a real find for women as it helps slow down aging and normalizes hormonal levels. Write in the comments if you have tried herbetch and what the effect was. I'll share another unusual yet effective recipe a little later. But now, let's figure out whether you need iodine or not. It's believed that thyroid health worsens due to a lack of sunlight, so during the winter months, doctors recommend taking iodine. Many of us buy iodine-containing supplements for ourselves, children, and grandchildren at the pharmacy as a preventive measure. But should we do this without indications? To prevent iodine deficiency, iodized salt should be used instead of regular salt. Additional iodine intake in adulthood is recommended during pregnancy planning, during pregnancy, and while breastfeeding. While thyroid nodules are detected, caution should be exercised with iodine and other iodine-containing medications, as they can stimulate increased hormone production by the nodule. Excessive iodine, leading to thyrotoxicosis, is a contradiction for prescribing iodine-containing medications. It turns out that if there is an excess of hormones, iodine is contraindicated. But if hormones are normal and there is a deficiency, iodine can be taken. However, not everyone needs it. You can check whether there is an excess or deficiency of hormones through tests. TSH and free T4 are measured. By the way, about the tests, I was surprised when I found this out. Look, when there are hormone problems, special antibodies are found in the tests, proteins that can attack thyroid peroxidase, an enzyme involved in the production of thyroid hormones. Our expert, Galina Alexandrovna, shared that 10% of people have these antibodies in their tests, but they don't have any hormone problems. She shared her personal experience. She too had these antibodies found, but her hormones remained normal, and over time, the antibodies decreased without treatment. It happens like that sometimes. But no matter what your tests show after 50, you should check your hormones to start treatment in time. And to make treatment effective, I will reveal the main mistakes that you may be making. Ignoring stress is the first mistake. Emotional overloads are like bad weather for your hormonal system. They can cause real storms. So if you feel that life is starting to weigh you down, you're anxious, or constantly nervous, try simple breathing exercises for relaxation. If you watch our videos regularly, you know them. For example, square breathing. Inhale deeply for 4 counts and exhale slowly. This type of breathing will not only help you relax, but also activate the internal peace system in your body. With slow breathing, the heart beats slower and the brain receives the signal everything is fine. There's no need to worry. The excessive production of stress hormones stops and everything returns to normal. To reduce emotional overloads, we recommend normalizing your sleep. You may not know this, but lack of sleep worsens the functioning of the endocrine system, especially after 55. Sleep is medicine. It's no coincidence that when a person is ill, they sleep a lot. During sleep, the body performs a kind of general cleaning. It removes toxins from organs, deals with fat cells, and even creates muscles. While we sleep, systems are calibrated and the necessary hormones are produced. Our psyche is freed from the anxiety accumulated during the day. Without this nighttime work, we would simply not be able to withstand constant tension and stress. Do you know how many hours people over 55 should sleep? Ideally, between 6 and 8 hours. But don't chase after more sleep, as research shows that too much sleep can also negatively affect your health and thyroid function. It's better to focus on the quality of rest so the body can fully recover and produce the necessary hormones. But we've compiled some recommendations on when it's best to go to bed and wake up to get enough sleep. Now, let's move on. Another mistake elderly people make is drinking too little water. Your thyroid is not a cactus. It needs water to function. Try to drink at least 1.5, preferably 2 liters of water a day. It's not only beneficial, but also helps avoid headaches and fatigue. One of our followers in the comments of a video asked, how to maintain proper hydration. Should you count all liquids? Or is it just water in those 1.5 liters? Here's the answer. When calculating the daily intake, all fluids you consume are taken into account. That means not only plain water, but also other drinks, tea, coffee, juices, as well as soups and even water-containing foods, fruits and vegetables. So if you drink other beverages and eat a lot of juicy foods, to your hydration balance. And the last mistake on our list, but not the least in terms of negative impact, is too strict diets. By cutting out fats and proteins, you're not helping your health. It's like building a house without a foundation. Your body needs all nutrients for proper functioning, including hormone production. Experts recommend adding nuts, fatty fish, and oils to your diet. Wait, but oil is bad for the heart. It's fat, cholesterol. Or are we confusing something? Let's figure it out. So butter indeed contains saturated fats, which increase cholesterol levels in the blood. Overall, excessive consumption of saturated fats is linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. The key word is excessive. We found that you can replace regular butter with ghee. It's specially clarified butter that has been used in Indian cuisine and Ayurvedic medicines for ages. Ever heard the saying, "What's new is well forgotten old"? Well, ghee is a perfect example of that. Firstly, it contains healthy fats and vitamins like A, E, and K, which help maintain vision, immunity, and heart health. Another interesting thing is that ghee is easier for the body to absorb than regular butter. This is because during its preparation, milk proteins and water are removed, making it more concentrated. So if you have digestive issues or lactose intolerance, ghee can be a great alternative. But of course, it's important to remember that any type of butter is still fat, and you should consume it in moderation. Also, don't forget that not all herbs in the form of teas or tinctures are suitable for you. For example, mint and calming tea can cause a strong allergic reaction, not to mention that some herbs can interact with the pills you're taking. Therefore, we recommend consulting a specialist before trying any unusual remedy for thyroid treatment. Have you ever eaten walnuts? Have you tried the unripe green ones? They are quite soft and bitter in taste. Although unripe fruits are less nutritious than ripe ones, they contain much more beneficial substances. The skin and core contain magnesium, potassium, iron, folic, and nicotinic acids, as well as vitamins. They also contain a natural antibiotic. As for the benefits of the thyroid gland, green walnuts are rich in iodine and antioxidants, which support its health. Unripe ones can contain 10 to 30 micrograms of iodine per 100 grams, while ripe ones contain only 2 to 5 micrograms of iodine. This is why phytotherapists recommend taking them for thyroid issues. Let me teach you how to make a syrup from green walnuts. Cut 10 green walnuts into quarters and cover them with honey. Let them steep for 2 weeks in a dark place. Take 1 teaspoon in the morning on an empty stomach. By the way, Italians serve unripe walnuts steeped in honey as a snack with cheese. To remove the bitterness, they soak them beforehand. If you add a little dried apricot to the walnuts, you'll get an excellent remedy to support immunity. We have a video on our channel about immunity where we explain how to strengthen it. And if you want us to make a video on a topic that interests you, write in the comments about what you'd like to know. To not miss a new episode with useful tips, make sure to turn on all notifications from our channel. It's simple. Subscribe and click on the bell, selecting the All option. Now, let's find out how to help the thyroid gland without medicines and treatments. What can you do today or tomorrow to improve its condition? Include a simple exercise in your routine. Stand up straight, stretch your neck upward, take a deep breath, and then slowly exhale. Repeat this 5 times. This exercise helps improve blood circulation in the thyroid area. Start your morning with oatmeal, adding walnuts and a spoon of flaxseed oil. This breakfast is rich in iodine and healthy fatty acids, which positively affect thyroid function. And also, what is important to know about nutrition? It's believed that in autoimmune thyroid diseases, when the immune system mistakenly starts attacking the thyroid cells, you need to avoid certain foods. But this isn't true. You can find information on the internet about the need for patients with autoimmune thyroid diseases to follow a nutrition protocol that excludes certain foods. However, there are valid studies that have confirmed this. Remember, the autoimmune nutrition protocol has neither justification nor proven effectiveness, but massage has been proven to be beneficial. But only massage the back of the neck. The thyroid itself should not be massaged. Dedicate 5 minutes in the morning and evening to a gentle massage of the neck area with circular motions. This will help improve blood circulation and relieve muscle tension. And we remember that for normal thyroid function, it must be well supplied with blood to receive necessary nutrients and vitamins. It is believed that a warm compress with a salt bag on the neck area relieves tension and improves blood circulation in the thyroid zone. Wonder what kind of compresses can be used on the thyroid to prevent or reduce nodules and goiter. Hot compresses on the thyroid area may be ineffective or even potentially harmful for several reasons. External heat cannot significantly affect its function and tissues. In cases of thyroid inflammation, thyroiditis, or nodules, hot compresses will not eliminate the root cause, and in some cases, heat may worsen inflammation or swelling. In hyperthyroidism, increased thyroid function, warming can exacerbate the problem by increasing blood circulation in the area. The skin in the neck area is thin and sensitive, and hot compresses can cause burns, redness, or irritation. Thank you for the clarification. It turns out that compresses on the neck or thyroid area do not bring any benefit and may even harm. We will exclude compresses from the treatment methods. And another important point, do you think your bad teeth can manage your hormones? Imagine they can. Research shows that people with poor dental health are more likely to have thyroid problems, and all because of hidden infections. The thing is, any infection causes an inflammatory process, and the body, as we know, activates an immune response, which leads to hormonal imbalances. And cavities, if you didn't know, occur due to bacterial activity. In a sense, they can be seen as a bacterial infection. That's why any chronic infections in the oral cavity can trigger immune system reactions and disrupt thyroid function. So before treating your thyroid, we recommend visiting a dentist. Now, let's see what doctors recommend. The expert from the Health and Longevity channel answers your questions which you asked in the comments on our channel. If a person has no complaints and feels healthy, there is no need to specifically think about supporting the thyroid. However, it is sensitive to stress, and we see an increase in thyroid hormones, thyroid toxicosis, after severe emotional overloads. Smoking is a risk factor for the recurrence of thyroid toxicosis after treatment, and the ineffectiveness of autoimmune ophthalmopathy treatment, which leads to the protrusion of the eyes from the orbits. After various viral and bacterial infections, inflammatory processes may occur in the thyroid gland. Therefore, preventing infections can reduce the likelihood of thyroid gland pathologies developing. Did you understand? For thyroid health, you need to 1. Worry less, 2. Quit smoking, 3. And boost your immunity. Can you take dietary supplements with thyroid issues? In a number of autoimmune thyroid diseases, antibodies to thyroid peroxidase and thyroglobulin are elevated. This increase can be tens of times higher of the normal range. Such test results often scare patients, leading them to search for ways to lower these levels online. They come across a vast number of suggested methods that are not only ineffective, but can also cause serious harm to their health and their finances. There is no need to lower or constantly check these antibodies. They are only necessary for diagnosing the condition. Treatment begins only when thyroid hormone deficiency occurs. Now, attention! Let's find out the most useless advice from the internet. Listen to the expert and never do this. Amber beads do not protect against the formation of thyroid nodules. If you enjoy wearing them, feel free to continue, but don't expect any miraculous effects. Similarly, there is no need to focus on gallbladder cleansing or detoxifying the intestines or liver for the proper functioning of the thyroid gland. And now, when you know what to do to support thyroid health, I have a question for you. Do you often feel sleepy during the day, even after sleeping well at night? If yes, this may be related to hormones and suggests that simple neck massage or a healthy breakfast won't be enough. Maybe you also have skin itching or increased sensitivity to cold. When you constantly want to bundle up, even if the room is hot. A hormonal imbalance also signals through our pulse. Try measuring your pulse tomorrow morning before getting out of bed. If it turns out to be below 60 or above 90 beats per minute, it's worth considering a visit to the doctor. If at the same time your neck around the thyroid feels larger than usual, don't wait for the symptoms to worsen. Check your thyroid health and schedule an appointment with the doctor right after this video. Our expert explains how to find a specialist who will help you deal with the issues and provide adequate treatment. So where should you look for a good endocrinologist? Our expert, Galina Alexandrovna, advises searching for reviews of the doctors online. Pay attention to their education, experience, qualifications, and the diseases they treat. Many doctors have blogs on social media where you can understand their approach to work and interaction with people. How to prepare for the appointment. What should the doctor pay attention to? Many people undergo a large number of unnecessary tests. The minor deviations in them may have no clinical significance, but they can cause anxiety for the patient. Before visiting the doctor, write down all your questions and complaints. Bring all your medical records, not only related to the doctor's specialization, but also for other diseases. The doctor may need this information. Ask your relatives about any illnesses related to the specialty for which you are seeing the doctor. If you regularly experience high blood pressure and blood glucose levels, record their values in a diary for several days. We wish you to find your doctor and change your lifestyle. We hope to restore your thyroid health and fully feel the vitality, energy, and inner peace. Take care of yourself. Try at least one of the recipes or methods we shared. Even a small step can make a big difference to your health and longevity. That's all for today. We wish you health, as it is the foundation of an active life. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications to not miss new useful videos, and like them. Your support and activity inspire us to create content that will help you become better and stronger. We regularly post interesting and useful videos. Thank you for being with us. Wishing you health and longevity.